Hi. One of the quickest ways to become frustrated with mathematics is to believe that making mistakes means you are bad at math. It doesn't. It simply means you are doing math. Mathematics is difficult, and if it weren't, we would not be spending years studying it. The problems become more complex, the ideas become more abstract, and the connections become less obvious. Mistakes are not an exception, they're simply a part of the process. In fact, one of the biggest differences that I see between students who continue to grow and those who get stuck is not intelligence, but it is humility. The humble student assumes they might have made a mistake, so they check their algebra, they revisit their assumptions, they ask, where could I have gone wrong? While the prideful student assumes the answer must be right because they got it. If something does not match the solution, they're more likely to think the book is wrong, the calculator is wrong, or the problem is simply unfair, before ever considering that maybe they made a mistake. Of course, we've all been there. I cannot tell you how many times I've stared at a solution, convinced it had to be incorrect, only to discover that I had dropped a negative sign 20 minutes before. And those experiences are quite humbling, but they're also healthy. So one habit I've developed is to expect mistakes, not because I lack confidence, but because I know I'm human. So when I finish a problem, I don't just ask, did I get the answer? I ask, does this answer make sense? So if I'm calculating the probability of an event, is the answer between 0 and 1? Or if I'm finding someone's age, did I somehow end up with a negative number? Or if an insurance company should collect about $500 in premiums, why did my calculation produce $50,000? Those simple reasonableness checks have saved me countless times. Now, they do not prove the answer is correct, but they often reveal when something has gone terribly wrong. And that mindset changes everything. Rather than viewing checking your work as a chore, it simply becomes part of doing mathematics well. Professional mathematics do this all the time. They share their papers with colleagues before they publish them. They ask others to look for mistakes, and they know that no matter how experienced they are, they can still be overlooking something. And that's not weakness. I would consider that wisdom. And there's a subtle difference between confidence and humility. Confidence says, I think this is correct, and humility says, let's make sure. And those two ideas are not enemies. In fact, they often work better together. So do not be discouraged by mistakes, and do not let them become a judgment on your ability. Instead, let them become reminders that mathematics is not about protecting your ego. It is about pursuing the truth.